Welcome back to episode 22 of Jays and Grays. I'm Dave Hellum. I got my man Eli Hamilton, who is back in the building.
What's going on? What's going on, happy people? I've missed y'all. Not really. But it ain't seen you in a long time, though.
Oh, man, we are live back. It's been a minute. It's good to be back on the show. About to share this to my Facebook so our beautiful fans can tune in to what we got going on today, man. It's good to see you, brother.
Likewise, man. Likewise, brother.
Brother?
Woo, man, Dave, like, it seems like
You all right?
life is just moving lightning fast, man.
What's going on? Talk to me. Keep it 100. You got engaged? What's up?
No, my brother.
I shall be a hoe until no more. I got you.
No, man, it's just, with work, the summer is in, just lining up some priorities, bro. Getting myself set up for success.
I'm gonna get you a backdrop because every time we do this show, I just feel like I'm talking to you from I feel like you got a computer in prison. And somehow you was like, I'm gonna start a podcast while I'm in Cook County Jail with the bricks behind you. So
I think I just try to be authentic, and
because you gangster like that,
real raw, none of that watered down filter ish. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is basically just this is who it is. You ain't got no filters, none of that fake stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you want somebody who ain't dancing in the videos and all of that, then come over here to Jays and Grays Records.
Didn't we have an idea for a show, a cooking show where you would be like cooking like prison food? Like, I feel like wherever you at right now, and am I tripping? Am I making that up? Because I thought I did.
Well, you get one little Chicago photo and you just think you just hot shit, man.
Man, I feel good, dog. Look, I got colors. I lost 8 pounds this week, dog. I've been.
Man, that's what's up, man. That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations. Do we have a virtual round of applause?
I'll get one.
I'm on this this low carb life with you now, brother. So like I've been trying to. It's weird now because like I've tried all the other stuff, and so I've just decided to basically like keep my sugars low and just eat better. And only thing I drink is tequila occasionally, and I've been going hard in terms of working out and stuff. So I feel good, So I got my tooth fixed. I don't know if you mentioned that last time we were on the show, but
you talking about that backside tooth?
Oh yeah, look at that! Hey, that tooth! Look at that! Hey, and you can't even see it because I got a fake tooth in that head.
See, all the ladies want you now, but they can't have you because you are happily engaged.
They got me, man. She got it. But it's funny having that tooth missing for so long, man, was so like subconsciously affecting me in some ways. Like when I would see it on TV, when I did my special, I'd be laughing, and then I'm like, oh, there go the tooth. Like it's something about my mom pulled me to the side when she was like, get that shit fixed. Okay, like you doing all right for yourself. So I wish I would have taken care of it a long time ago, but as you know, brother, that was not my priority in Chicago 5-6 years ago. I had way worse things to worry about than getting a side tooth fixed.
Then a stupid old tooth, right? I mean, you only just use it just to bite your food and swallow so you won't choke. You only on stage getting seen by thousands of people. You're only on TV. Who need that tooth?
You need
gotta fix it out of it.
I'm gonna shout out my brother who's watching the show right now. What up, Jason Hellum? What up, brother?
What's up, Jason, Mr. Hellum? Man, so here's my thing. Speaking of healthy, so I got my protein smoothie. Is pea. Got my pea protein shake.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. It's PEA.
Yes, motherfucker.
I mean, you just can't say it's pea. Like I was like, okay.
I got my H2O. my water, and then I got some holy water.
You got some Tito's?
I know Dave and I said, man, we're not gonna drink no more before the show. And I'm like, I'm not gonna drink as much no more through the show.
But how are you drinking the protein smoothie and the vodka? Like, that's gonna blow you.
This is first, and I could drink this simultaneously. You know what I'm saying? To offset it. But I had a phenomenal workout today, and I so I applied for some more life insurance, and they came and did the pyramid exam this week. You know, you got to take my blood and urine and weigh my height. I'm down 10 more pounds. So you ain't the only one who out here getting great, Mr. Helen.
I'm trying to lose this weight, though. I'm trying to live, trying to be alive, and I'm also trying not to be fat for my wedding. And I think that might be more of the precedence in terms of stuff, man. But I feel good. It feels good to just have a purpose and like getting up every day. Because like, I'm in between projects right now, So like my days, a lot of times, I just got time. So it was a time when I wasn't doing shit. I was just sitting around the house, playing video games all night, drinking. Yeah. And you ever like walk past yourself in the mirror? You be like, God damn. like whatever reason. Like you changing clothes, but you get that side view and you see your stomach hanging out.
Well, yeah, that'll motivate you, all right. But then when you start seeing those results and you take a double look in the mirror, you're like, oh,
yeah,
damn. Okay.
Because I got a big back, and like so, like just seeing the fact that I was shaped like the Tasmanian devil, like I wasn't really liking what was going on, man. So now we out here trying to get right. I'm at Planet Fitness, which is like the cheapest gym on earth, but we out here. Planet Fitness. I don't know if you've ever been to Planet Fitness, but
Planet Fitness got 37 treadmills and one bench.
Hey, you know what? That shit is $9.99, and it's cool with that.
You definitely get what you pay for when you go to Planet Fitness.
It's just about. I mean, this little Apple Watch keep me on track in terms of my calories and stuff like that, man. But anyway, that's about my journey. I'm feeling good. Not getting drunk today on the show. Down with that. Later, I might have a drink or two, but honestly, I'm just trying to move myself for the better. And we're going to talk more about that later in the show. But what's going on this week, man? Let's talk about some things that are going on current events-wise that we should get into.
Well,
you mentioned something to me, and I was like, what?
So, I mean, we got the Kwame Brown situation, but that's not this week's news, but it's still going on. And we're going to get into that a little bit later because it's relevant to exactly what we want to talk about with Bet You Can't Do It Like Me, right?
That is the title of this week's episode, bitch. Well, it's Bet You Can't Do It Like Me. I mean, you could say bitch you can't do it like me because that's a stronger version of the title, but I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. But I say we jump right into it, Dave, because there's a lot to uncover with that.
All right. Well, you told me about some story about some dude, some woman that was pregnant and in Africa or something. I was like, yo, what are you talking about?
Oh yeah. So it's this woman who got pregnant, and this is over in Africa, and the guy actually called the police on her and said she raped him. And now she is being held accountable. I don't know exactly all the details, but they had an exchange, and I guess he had posted it or something. And he was like, I didn't want this baby. She's like, but a baby is good and you need it, blah, blah, blah. He's like, but I didn't want it. You know what I'm saying? So now he's going to be forced because they don't play with child support law over in Africa. Just like they don't play with it over here in the States. You know what I'm saying? If you get hit up with child support, more than likely you're gonna have to pay that shit. But the odds work in his favor. And I look at that, when I see something like that, I'm like, man, City Boys for the win, 100 points. And that just warms my heart. I'm like, finally we get a win in this fight. So 6 games up one, baby. Ain't that what they always say? I don't know.
She accused him of rape, and he beat it. I'm confused.
Huh?
You said she accused him of rape?
No, he accused her of raping him.
Oh.
And got pregnant on purpose.
You know what? Let's talk about that, because it's a couple things on this show today that are double standards, and we're gonna talk about that. But there was a situation with somebody who we may or may not know that said they were accused of being raped by a woman, right? And I think a lot of times when people look at stuff like that, they kind of dismiss it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but is that really a thing? Can you be raped by a woman? Could a woman possibly take the dick, steal the dick, and like I don't know if that's possible. Like, can you even get erect?
Well, I can tell you this. Have you ever woke up in the morning with what's called morning wood? Yeah. And it's like, I ain't looked at nothing but the back of my eyelids. I've been asleep the last 5, 6, 7 hours, but you still wake up in morning wood. So if you wake up at 3 a.m, let's say you had a get together and you fall asleep, passed out because you drank a little too much. You wake up at 3 a.m, somebody riding your shit raw. Like, what the hell? It can happen. Is that far-fetched? It's not. Because morning wood is a common thing.
Look, I don't know where you at, where you waking up and just being rode or ridden by women who you don't know, but I guess that's very rapey. But the likelihood of that happening is insane.
Okay, so let's just say when Cardi B was on her robbing dudes days when she was drugging them, let's say she was just thirsty, and let's just say instead of robbing them, she raped them. You vulnerable at this point. You can't do nothing. You knocked out.
So I'm just saying, maybe my testosterone is too low to be having sex with somebody who.
Maybe you just don't think that you that hot, but somebody like me, I'm very rapeable, baby. You know what I'm saying? And it happens. And it could be somebody, bro. Just think about it. It could be somebody who look like Honey Boo Boo Mama. That is
James, delete this part from the podcast.
No, we ain't deleting shit. Look, you could be like,
I'm very rapeable.
I ain't had no, you know what I'm saying, no penis in 6 months, and goddamn it, I'm gonna get some tonight.
So when you were in prison that night for shooting a gun in the air because of alcohol, did any men come on to you and try to like?
I was in the county for 2 days, bro.
I'm saying like you're a bad bitch. So like, were they trying to get it? Were they coming up to you like when you was in the shower?
When you're in the county, and it's a whole nother system. Everybody trying to get out. Now, if I was about to go into and I was about to be there for about, I got to sit down for like 2 months, maybe it could happen.
So did you bathe at all while you were in jail for them 2 days?
Very, very cautiously, I sure did. I bathed with my boxers on, my briefs. I never took them off. I just opened up the pouch and let some water in and let it roll down like thighs shit. But I'm like, no, don't even think about it.
I was like, bring that ass over here, boy.
Yeah, fam. Oh, damn, boy. You ain't taking your drawers off? I'm like, nah, why? Why you want to know?
You better be glad you didn't have that damn hair when you was in prison.
I know, thank God.
They would have been like, "Oh, let me ride that shit." Get you from the back.
Thank God for that.
Oh my God. Well, on a similar topic of double standards, our favorite former Chicago Bear quarterback, the grumpiest man, grumpy number 6, Jay Cutler, is getting divorced from Kristen Cavalieri. And they are going through a divorce, but the divorce has not been finalized yet because Jake wants half of her brand.
And you know what? He should get it.
And you know what? A lot of women think that that's bullshit. But, I was talking about this with my fiance, and she was like, they didn't have a prenup. They were married. It's fair game, right? It's fair game. And normally me and you disagree about shit like this, but I don't think that it should be a double standard in this situation. I think if you all were together, what's up for stakes is up for stakes. Now, granted, that's not me. That's not me. I would never do that. I don't necessarily believe in prenups, but I also don't believe in coming for something that I didn't work for. I've been married before, so when I got divorced,
when you got married before, you was broke.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not coming for nobody's money that's not mine. That's me personally. I just don't feel like that's right.
Dr. Drake, half-ass believed in the prenup. See what's going on with him. We can go down a list of people who didn't. When you in that honeymoon, I think, okay, you got two honeymoon phases, in my opinion. I only know about one of them. I've never taken a leap to be engaged or get married before, but I know how that honeymoon phase feels in the first 3 months of a fresh relationship. They can do no wrong, and you are in love at your top peak. And then when you decide, hey, let's get married, that's honeymoon phase number 2. Because it's like, oh my gosh, we're actually doing this. So you ain't necessarily thinking with your mind, you're more so thinking with your heart. And when you don't think with your mind, you make mistakes and you get careless. So these dudes who has been hit over the head, without a prenup because they was in honeymoon phase number 2 and they was under that love bug spell. Again, I don't know what that feels like because I've never proposed to anyone.
So are you telling me that when and if you get married, that you are going to ask your wife to sign a prenup?
If I'm balling out control, you get damn right.
No. I'm not saying if you're balling out control. I'm just saying like, because that shouldn't be the condition. Like,
yes, what you mean? What you mean is that's the only condition? Money.
Yeah, but you're gonna have money regardless. It might not be super rich, but I'm saying like,
look at.
Does she get half of what you have now?
She ain't gonna get half of hell no.
So she gonna sign a prenup?
Half? No, I will make sure she's good, but half. Absolutely not.
If you're not doing a prenup, then. Well, no, I'm sorry, you are doing a prenup.
Yeah, it would definitely be a prenup in place. But prenuptials, you can modify a prenuptial agreement how you want to do it. You can't just say half or nothing. You had a conversation. That's open communication with her. And she can't be in a distraught state of mind when she signs it either.
Okay. So you're going to make her sign a prenup. Not make her, but y'all going to agree to do that. Like for me, that's just something I'm not about that life. I'm sorry.
Well, in life there's winners and losers. You know what I'm saying? And I'm leaving it at that. How about that?
I don't know what that means at all in terms of like what? What does that mean? Clarify that.
You have a great heart. I admire that about you, Mr. Helen.
I just don't feel like it's gonna come into play, man. Honestly.
Man, none of these dudes did. I'm not saying nothing about your wife, soon to be wife at all. I think she's amazing. But what I'm saying, in a lot of cases, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Do you know what that means too? Because I'm dropping gems on y'all.
Yeah, I just disagree. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them people that I believe that certain things you attract, some things you don't, and I'm putting in that the universe atmosphere that I feel like that will not be attracted to. And I feel like if me and her, I'm not even saying if I don't have any intentions of not being married. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't even want to plant that seed of doubt. If that makes any sense.
So did Jay Cutler and his wife have a prenup put in place? No,
they didn't. But I don't know their story. Like at the same time, like you got to kind of understand, like where me and my lady.
She probably didn't press the prenup because she got her own money.
You said what?
She didn't press the prenup. She probably didn't press for prenups because he got his money. She got her own money.
Well, that's the same situation with me and my lady. You know what I'm saying? My lady, she's good on her own. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like I would ever come for what she got, and I feel like she wouldn't come for what I got, and I'm cool with that. I mean, but you gotta kind of know. You gotta kind of know who you're dealing with.
Hit over the head thought that too.
You said what?
And a lot of people who end up losing their marriage thought the same thing.
I don't operate out of fear, man. Like, you know, in terms of,
I admire your stance on it. I just don't think I wouldn't do it. But then again, like I said, like how much is enough to where you want to sign a prenup? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, I mean, we disagree on stuff often, so it's not odd that that's the case. But I just feel like
what happened with the Steven Jackson story.
About what?
Steven Jackson, the
basketball player,
NBA player,
the one that was talking shit about Kwame Brown.
Yeah. That's Stephen Smith, who got the real popular podcast Up in Smoke. Him and Matt Barnes.
Well, you said Steven Jackson or Stephen Smith? Who you talking about?
Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson has stuff to say about him too.
Okay.
But either way, so I mean, I'm sure a lot of people know about this because it's kind of old now. It's about a year old. But you know, he was gonna get a prenup signed with his woman, and and you know, he asked her a few times. He wasn't like busting her balls about it, but he said she's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. She kept pushing it off, and then on the day of the wedding, you know, he was like, look, man, we can't. He had a pastor that he wanted to, you know what I'm saying, marry them because they was getting married in his town in Texas. And I've been knowing him for years. Like, no, I want to use this one, such and such and such and such. He ain't really like, all right, whatever, that's cool. So when the pastor came in to prep him, like, you know, when you're about to go out, he was like, yeah, but before we do that, I need her to sign this prenup. And he was like, no, brother, we don't need no prenup. You know what I'm saying? He's like, y'all don't need a prenup. Y'all are being bonded by the Lord and love. He like, yeah, that's all good and all. He says, but we ain't even in the same tax bracket, so you don't even really know. I just need this prenup signed. And then he was like, look, if the prenup ain't signed, then I'm not gonna get married to her. And he's like, he said I was in love with her. I loved her, but he said I had to protect my legacy, everything I had, just in case. It was an insurance policy on their wedding or whatever. So all that, she was like, she came into the room like, okay, I'll sign it, all and crying. And he's like, nah, it's too late now. Because if she would have signed it in distress, then she could have fought it later and saying, like, I signed this prenuptial agreement out of pressure, and that could have backfired on him. So the wedding was off.
None of this makes me want to sign a prenup now. Like this crazy stuff. like this is like the worst motivational story about prenup. Like,
it's not meant to be motivational. I'm just giving you an example. You know what
I get you.
Because like if like you knew that was something important to me, why would you wait to the day of? And then why would you want to use your pastor instead of mine? Dude, you got to just watch the story.
It's not like a Tyler Perry.
I do. If you watching this, you want to know more about the story. Just like Stephen A. Jackson prenup, and it'll come right up in his story because he told it on Instagram Live.
Well, I'm not getting a prenup, but that's a great story.
Good for you. And I said I might not get a prenup, you know, but like I said, if I ain't got the money that I anticipate having, I'm sure I will. But hey, whatever.
I still don't think that should be the underlying factor of it. I think it should be the person that you with, but you know, because you can kind of know. I feel like when you're getting married, like this may not be.
And I'm not gonna get married if I have any doubt that this may not really, because it's a mindset going into it though.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't want to plant seeds of
people change, man. Situations change, life changes. You know, you can't never anticipate it all going good. That's why insurance exists out here. Prenup ain't nothing but another form of insurance. It's love insurance and protecting my assets in case you try to take them to the cleaners insurance. That's pretty much what it is. And it's really meant for people who got money.
James, did you ever get a prenup?
No.
Okay.
Never.
So Eli, once again, you are wrong.
And I didn't say that.
Once again, y'all just we differ in opinion, and I'm okay with that. Hey, look, I'm the antagonist of the show. We've already come to establish that.
The angry black man.
Can I balance this? Let me balance this. Look, sometimes a prenup is necessary, but sometimes it's not. It's all about who you're with. The end.
Right. Please school Dave on the necessary part since he thinks that all love is perfect and prenups are never needed in life, irregardless of all the horror stories that he probably has never seen because he don't want to hear about it. He don't want to hear or look at it.
Talking about war stories.
Love.
You always talking about women who like, I just don't operate like that, man. Like, I don't worry about the negative stuff. I just come out of a place of love, and my love is gonna shine through, just like my new tooth. It's like my new side tooth. I got a new side tooth. Got a new side tooth.
So this side tooth is gonna protect you where you don't need a prenup.
You know, because I feel like God put power in this side tooth. Like, I feel like it's going to protect us, me and my lady, and the power of the togetherness is inside the enamel of the fake tooth. That's deep. Open your third eye.
Yeah.
You said yeah.
So why would I value your opinion on prenups? And this is what you're talking about. Boy, get your ass out of here.
Well, that was fun. That was a cool conversation, man. But
basically, Jay Cutler, he going for that bag for the second time.
And it's funny, dude.
On Twitter, he about to fuck over his wife.
Dudes on Twitter were like, "Thank you, King. Thank you, King," because you know how Twitter be, man.
Well, if I was on Twitter like that, which I'm not, but if I was
on Twitter, man, it's fun.
Man, I'm not about, man. Facebook is toxic enough. I think I want to jump in there. This cesspool of bullshit ass opinions. I don't want to hear it.
I saw the funniest shit today. They were talking about how New York Knicks fans was outside wilding after Trae Young beat their ass in the playoff series, and it was a Puerto Rican dude dressed like Spider-Man drinking a bottle of Henny, and he's asking people about Trae Young, and everybody was like, "Fuck Trae Young," right? Like, I shoot that nigga, right? And it was just the funniest and the saddest thing I've ever seen. But I would have never seen it if I was never on Twitter, right? So Twitter has a lot of things. To me, I'm just like, yo.
How did that video enhance your life?
It was funny. Sometimes you just watch funny stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it made me laugh. It brought a smile to my face, and I think that's what I'm about, man. Like,
it brought a smile to your face to hear somebody talking about black-owned mixed crime.
It was funny.
That's what I mean.
It was funny. It was very funny.
Can we get a snare drum? We gotta get some sounds up in here.
I got some sound effects there.
Oh boy.
Tiffany says that in regards to the prenup situation, it just depends on who you're with and your current assets if you're more established. That's the same thing I'm saying.
Well, I agree with her, and I don't agree with you. So
what the hell? I said this, you know what? I see what's going on here. It's cool.
No, but we were talking about something, and I was doing like that challenge of I was doing like 30 days of no negativity a few episodes ago, and that didn't work. Didn't make it.
Do tell.
You said what?
Do tell.
I'm doing a reset now, and I watched this Will Smith video, some podcast, this mental health podcast that he did in April that really kind of helped me out a lot. But you kind of got to protect your peace, man, and kind of know what's important to you. Because, like, as a person who works in the industry, a lot of times, and as a man, a lot of times we put our worth into things like finances, into things like, just work-related stuff, right? So it's kind of like, and in Hollywood, it's very much like you kind of got to have blinders on, because when you see your friends getting TV shows and creating TV shows, like I just saw my homie Sam J got a show out called Pause. Michael Che got a show on HBO called That Damn Michael Che. Very funny show, right? But, if you don't channel this stuff correctly, you kind of look at it like, damn, what am I not doing? You know what I'm saying? Like when you see people winning and getting stuff, you're like, well, how come I'm not getting that? And it puts you in like this real mental space of like negativity and things of that nature. And that shit is depressing, or it can be depressing, but you got to realize that like you are enough. Like you can't be walking around like, ooh, I'm gonna show these dudes. I'm gonna show them that I'm the funniest. I like, because that's kind of how I was for a while. Like, people don't believe in me. I'm gonna show him that I'm Dave Helm and I'm funny, goddamn it. It's like, man, I know I'm funny. I don't gotta show these dudes nothing. Like, and I would do that with people in LA that I saw who were in higher positions with me. Like, you know, because I wanted to be in the cool clique. I wanted to be hanging out with I wanted to have a seat at the table with these up and coming people who I looked up to. I'm not gonna name names, but you know what I'm saying, coming from Chicago, you would see people that you knew and who are kind of like elevating to that next level of stardom. And these are like the cool comics now. Like, so I'm like, oh, I want to be a part of that. I want to be in this clique. But you realize that, like, you got to find your own level of what you enjoy doing, man. So it took me a long time to kind of find peace with that. It took a long, long time.
Well,
long time.
You know,
yes, with Jay Shetty. Yes, Tiffany.
Yeah, I like Jay Shetty though.
Check out the Will Smith episode with Jay Shetty. That shit was amazing. Like, it was.
That's the guy. He's from Toronto, right? From Canada.
I don't know. He looked like I think he's Indian, but he was a monk.
Yeah, he looked like The Weeknd a little bit.
Yeah, like he got like clear eyes. Like, my nigga, are you a vampire? Like who looks like you?
But yeah, man, it's always going. And that's with anything, man. When you're a self-starter, you know, when you're an entrepreneur, you always gonna have doubt because you're doing something different. You know what I'm saying? You stepping outside the lines, and you're gonna have doubt yourself, and you just gotta keep it moving. So, you know, but then it's a fine line because you also gotta know when to hang it up. But can't nobody tell you that but you. And in this industry of entertainment, you know, we all started at the same level. And imagine if half the people who are successful in this game would have listened to the people that told them they should hang it up, then we would have never heard of them.
That's very real.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not just in entertainment. I mean, you know, we all know the story of the greatest basketball player that ever lived, but Michael Jordan. He got cut, you know, his freshman year of high school from the basketball team. You know,
that's like a half truth. I didn't realize that he got cut from the varsity team. He still made the JV team, but he went to be on the varsity team, and I never knew that was part of the story. I'm not trying to shit on your story. I'm just like, the more you know. That's it.
You just did a little bit, but but again, you know, whatever. So imagine, like, man, I want to be on varsity, quit. But let's look at the people who are doing the scrutinizing, right? Which brings us to our topic of bet you can't do it like me. Did I do it right? You got to talk to it in the air and look at it. And franchise boys, no,
but you can't do it like me. But you can't do it like me. I don't know. It was some. Was it franchise boys? Them franchise
boys. That's when people was rocking long t-shirts,
which
we should have had on our segment of This Is Trash. Because in the early 2000s, wearing long t-shirts, when we look back at it now, that shit was trash. And we got to save it for next weekend.
We don't necessarily got to do a segment about it, but we can just talk about it real quick. How I think
we don't want to deviate real quick. We you know, because we get ready to go into it. But them long t-shirts and Jay-Z shirts, button-ups. The motherfuckers was buying from Marshalls.
Right. That was the outfit. A button up with some straight leg jeans with like some diesels.
Trash, bro. Trash. Niggas was looking like they was wearing their daddy's shirt for work with some J's in college. It's just
them Steve Maddens. Ooh.
Yeah, and calling it a
that was the HBCU nigga outfit. I feel like every black dude that went to
I had one. I definitely had. I had a couple of them. But this brings us to today's topic of bet you can't do it like me. So there's actually two people that I want to put as the central focus to this segment, and we're gonna start off with one of them by the name of Kwame Brown. Some of you may remember Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown was the #1 draft pick right out of high school.
I think like 2000. I want to say it was in 2000.
Right. He got into the league at 18. He was Michael Jordan vouched for him. This is also when Michael Jordan just got He was just on his team with the Washington Wizards, so I'm guessing he's trying to build a super team. And as great of a basketball player he was, he did prove that he wasn't as great of an owner yet because he just started, right? So Kwame Brown, according to NBA standards, can be considered a bust. He didn't meet up to the expectations that, or the hype that was played upon, but he got bullied and teased and ridiculed, pretty much most of his career. But he was in the league for 12 years. We can also look at another center who got ridiculed a lot, but he turned out to be pretty damn good. JaVale McGee. He made Shaqtin' a Fool segment every single week on live in the NBA. I forgot the name of that show. But anyway.
Inside the NBA.
Inside the NBA, right? And it was funny as hell. I'm not going to lie. It was hilarious. However, Kwame Brown is now retired, and he's now just living his life. Regardless of what you want to say, Kwame Brown made millions of dollars, 65 to be exact, in 12 years. And if you divide 12 into 65, what's that about? About 5 point something $million a year. But 12 years.
Wait, how much money did he make?
65 million in his 12 years in the NBA.
Oh, yeah. 65
that's about 5.2, 5.3 million, right? Some people would never see $1 million in their life.
And talk shit.
Okay. And this man made that from age 18 to age 30. So when he retired at age 30, that man paper is way longer than 99.9% of the people that's poking jokes at him and criticizing him and scrutinizing him, right? That man made it to a level that most people don't see, and which is what his argument was. He like, yo, I'm retired. I'm just kicking with my feet up. I'm relaxing. I'm back in South Carolina, whatever. I might be living a little chill life, you know what I'm saying? I might be whatever. But he's also an intelligent guy. Don't get it twisted. Just because he wasn't like a superstar to you guys, don't make him a fucking clown.
It wasn't the people that
can't clap back at people for it.
Weren't the people that were roasting him, weren't they like, they weren't like regular, like average people. They were like millionaires themselves, right? What they were like, what's his name? Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson.
Okay, that they was getting at him. Stephen A. Smith was getting at him. Charlamagne the God got out on him. It was a few other people who got out on him, but he called everybody out one by one. And there was only a few people that had his back, but the people started kind of like, whoa, we didn't know he was gonna come like this. Where Charlamagne even issued a cease and desist, like, all right, bro, you get a little too personal. He's like, no, you got personal when you brought my family into it.
He had to protect his peace. He had to protect his peace. And sometimes protecting your peace is being peaceful. And sometimes it's telling somebody, hey, I beat your ass. Like this is not a game. Like you can talk this internet talk to me, but I'm not with them games.
Right.
And guess what happened? They were like, oh, Charlamagne was like, oh, my bad.
He apologized.
How often does he see that?
Yeah, but it's a couple other dudes that's coming at him. And the thing, I'm looking at it like, hey, look, regardless of, what you looked at him, we only know him from one thing, and that's basically basketball. There's so much more to that man's life than a sport that he played for 12 years. What about the other 20 some years he's been alive that he may have done great, you know what I mean? And we don't talk about that. And I think that we get so delusioned, with what we just watch on TV. It's certain people that have a fucking vendetta against actors in a villain in a movie. If they was to ever meet him in real life, like, fuck you, man. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, bro, it was a movie. That's how sometimes we just really just out there. You know what I'm saying? Some people real stupid with that, right? So regardless, you know what I mean? I rock with Kwame. I like his message. I'm like, at the end of the day, you can ignore people like, man, y'all slandering my name and y'all bringing my family into it though. You know what I'm saying? And shame on those people. But the whole premise of this whole thing is that people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. That's basically what it boils down to. And basically, the comment section is a subdivision of glass houses because people always got something to motherfucking say. And when you click on their profile, their shitty life is already exposed. I don't give a damn if you smiling in the picture. Motherfucker, you sitting on a leaning ass truck with rust stains, you know what I'm saying? Just because you look happy, bitch, you still talking shit. That can't be happiness.
Okay.
Maybe you, maybe. But
relax.
I can't say nothing. You know I gotta go on a tangent at least one time on this show. Let me be great.
Like you had veins coming out your forehead. I was like, okay, relax, dog. Relax. Like you were having PTSD right now. I was like, okay. Okay, Eli. Come on back. Come on back, brother. I do think that with social media now, it's like everybody has their own. I mean, even with us, this is a podcast. Like everybody has an opinion to express, and that wasn't the case 20 years ago, right? But now everybody who has an opinion about something can express it, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But we have to be able to deal with it, and a lot of people can't. And I know you said you're not on Twitter, but you're on Facebook, right? So you ever seen one of the Facebook posts where people just start like battling in somebody else's like post, and then like they misheard what somebody else said, and they went from "you dumb bitch," like you can't read, and then somebody's like, "Yo, meet me outside," and then like people have actually died over this shit. Like people have come on Facebook Live, pulled up, shot somebody over Twitter beef and stuff like that. Like it's not a game. It's not a game. And I know you don't go on Twitter. And I don't even think you should go on Twitter because you type of person. I think you keep going with somebody and somebody coming to your house, and you know.
Well, one thing I protect more than anything is my time and my energy. So I know that's why I don't. I mean, you can get triggered. People get triggered all the time by reading the comment section.
I've seen you go in on Facebook. I've seen you have like full-on debates with people. I'm like, oh shit, here come Eli when
that was before that was the old Eli. I don't do that no more. I don't got time for it.
Okay.
You kind of get your own life. So, you know, why people always got something to say, man, which is why, you know, those statistics, you got the 95% and you got the 5%.
Oh shit, the 5%.
The 5%, baby, you know what I'm saying? 5% of the people got 95% of the world of the wealth of the country's wealth, and that's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? 1%. I thought maybe it was in 2%.
I don't know.
2% of the people got 90 whatever. The thing is that it applies to the whole Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So you know that when you think about it. You saying that that's basically if we go on with 2%, there's a 98% chance, which is highly likely, you know, that you about to be arguing with somebody that may not even be in alignment with your goals. So the whole thing is to make sense to like, man, not even be on social media in the first place. But people like us, we kind of got to be on social media because that's a way that we advertise and promote and market.
And I use it for business. Like now more than anything, because that's what's important to me. But like personal stuff, like my opinions about things and all types of shit, nah, I'm not giving y'all that. Y'all don't deserve my opinions about A, B, and C. And honestly, as you kind of climb and you start doing more in your life, you see that people just kind of want to kind of ruffle your feathers anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of
scrutinize everything that you do,
man.
And just because they don't agree with it. Now, we talked about Kwame Brown. I'm about to say the next person, and some of y'all ain't gonna like it. Dave, you might not even like it, but let's talk about another person who's getting villainized and attacked. But he's
Eli Hamilton.
Thing. Well, I'm being modest. We're not talking about me right now. But I was about to say, let's do Kevin Samuels that people hate. They, you know what I'm saying? Every woman over 35 nightmare. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, people coming at his neck. They making videos about him, reaction videos about him. But look what he has done in the span of a year. The man just went crazy. He been doing it for a minute.
All attention is not good attention, man. And he got his own platform. I get it, but the dude is scummy in terms of like giving people opinions of judging somebody else's value.
I'm not about to go in depth with you around, you know, your opinion on him because we can have enough, and we just gonna go down a rabbit hole with that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't really watch his content, then you can only just judge just by a couple of clips that you've seen. Or
I've seen several clips of him, and like it's still I don't change.
Now,
I don't
I mean,
change my
watch the whole
mind.
show. I'm just what up here again because I know where this can go to. But regardless, what I'm saying is that this man is living rent free in people's head who making him famous because they can't stop talking about him, whether they agree with him or not. But the people who are slandering and talking shit, well, then you put out a message that can reach a bunch of people that whatever you think that can make the world better.
Yeah,
Whether that be your opinion of like, I think this is this, he has his opinion about it, and he's doing it, and he did it.
but y'all are supporting him. You are supporting this man. Like,
how am I supporting him? I ain't never donate no money to the chat. I just watch his shit. I think his shit.
That's supporting him.
And I don't agree with everything.
I don't watch it. I don't support
I
it.
agree with some of it.
That's like Trump. That's like me watching Trump videos and being
Bro,
like, well,
don't miss the point, Dave. Don't miss the point because you're doing the same thing that the people in the comments is doing by putting your opinion on it and you saying you right. That's what everybody thinks they right. Okay. Well, if you believe this as strongly and passionately as you do, then create a platform and spread the message if you feel it's going to make the world a better place. Because right now, the world is not such a good place.
Bro, all he's doing is saying controversial comments because he knows they're going to get people to react.
You basing it on your opinion, though. You basing on your. I haven't even said he does some great shit. I didn't say that, but you keep saying he's a scumbag and it's kind of like no, bro. Let like I'm saying, you can't put out a message like we're doing right now and then can't contradict yourself and start doing the same thing that we talking about.
Anybody that puts value on somebody else's life, I don't fuck with.
What you mean on somebody's life?
Bro, he tells women that they're not good enough to be with certain people based upon their age, their weight, how many kids they have. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And there's nothing you can tell me that's gonna change my mind about that.
It's nothing I'm going to even try to tell you and explain to you because it's not about that. We're not even talking about that.
What is your point?
Whatever the case you made, okay, look, all right, whatever you want to say, however you feel about the person, but let's not even talk about him because sometimes people can't even get past the bigger picture that we're trying to make. Regardless, if you don't like what somebody is doing, then you do it. Because that's the whole premise of the show. Bitch can't do it like me, right? If I go out there and I said, you know what? I think, whatever. I think, whatever. I just something for I think there should be no CTA drivers or no bus drivers because people should because everybody should be able to get a car. Oh, that's crazy. Some people can't afford a car. No, because this. Regardless of how idiotic, how selfish, how whatever it sounds, if I build a platform and I get enough followers to agree with me, whether you hate it or you agree, I did it. And if you got something to say about it, you feel strongly about it, then you do it. That's the thing. So, like I said, ain't nobody just like giving him an alley-oop. You know what I'm saying? He built it from the ground up. That's the whole thing. Whether you think what somebody's doing is great or whether somebody's doing negative. This is my whole opinion is this. Like, it's a lot of people I don't agree with that's out there with a platform spread.
But you can respect the hustle. Like I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to say. You're trying to say like you can respect that he has an audience that because you can get an audience. I feel like if you do outlandish things, like if you had sex live on your IG and that's what you did, and you just had girls naked, and it was like, oh yeah, well I know I'm gonna see some titties today on. If I come to Eli's page, like you gonna go viral too after a while. It's like,
and you know what? And it's many people who might say, "Oh, look at him doing this, blah blah blah," but they can't stop watching it, and they can't stop talking about it because I might feel strongly about it, and they don't. But then don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. The opposite of love is not hate; it's indifference. If you really want to like not fuck with somebody, ignore them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this social media shit, a lot of this online is basically built on validation. The like button is probably the most brilliant psychological things that was ever invented because it gives you validation, which is a drug. Likes and views. So if you want somebody to fail, don't support it. Don't talk about it. Don't get in the comment section about it. Don't do nothing about it. But you know what? People are sheep. They can't help themselves. And these people who get these major platforms spreading whatever message that they believe in, they know that. And they are doing it and doing it well. Well, if you oppose to it, instead of just yin, 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 because all people do is talk anyway, ain't nobody about no damn action, then motherfucker, you do it.
Yeah, but how do you have action against somebody like Kevin Samuels? Like, I don't see what you're trying to
put out a message, look, because again, just as much as you don't like him, it's a lot of people who do like him and agree with him. Even women. There are women, and you a man, it's women who agree with him. It's men who agree with him, and it's men and women who disagree with him as well. But you know what the commonality is? They all talking about it. They all making access videos about it. They all making reaction videos about it. The man is becoming a superstar over the course of the last year. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't even all about Kevin Samuels, but all the what I'm trying to say is here. The thing I'm trying to say, the people in the comment section is just like everybody else, man. Like, if you really feel this passionate, then do something about it. You know what I'm saying? If you really feel that if you feel that this comedian is trash, and every time you see him, you talking shit about him, what do you do it better than? Get on stage and get famous like that person did, and do all the groundwork, and go out to the open mics and get all the disappointments, and go through the feeling of rejection. And
I can agree with that. I could agree with the comedy part, but in terms of the previous comment about Kevin Samuels,
you can't get past your personal feelings toward him to even see the message, bro.
What is the message, man? Because you're not making no sense, honestly.
No, you're not listening. I'm making perfect sense. Whether you hate him or love him, look what he did. He did it on his own. And
what did he do?
Problem with it, then you do it like him. And you be the antagonist of what he's talking about.
I'm not trying to have 15 minutes of fame. And
he don't have 15 minutes of fame, man. This man is on some of the most popular podcasts, and you know when it comes to YouTube, you can make a lot of money.
Bro, that man ain't gonna be out here like his. Like,
all right, you said, bro, James, please jump in on this. Do they sound like everybody who we talking about right now? Your personal opinion, you are so convicted with your personal feelings.
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, what is this about this man's platform that you are such a?
Bro, it's not even about him. I just use him as an example.
But I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to say, what can I? You say I can't. Bet you can't do it like him. Like, I can't do what like him. I can't do what.
Do you understand my point, or am I not making sense?
I'm talking to you.
Or anybody in the comments section. You welcome to say something.
Somebody said facts, Dave Helen. Thank you.
Bro, motherfucker, that was 20 minutes ago. That ain't got shit to do with this conversation.
Thanks, Dave. That's all I see in the comments.
Oh, well, yeah. Not applicable to what we talking about. No, sir. That was something completely different.
But I'm saying, I bet you can't do what like Kevin Samuels? Like, build a platform?
Build a platform where he's talking about, you know what I'm saying, and like I said, I'm not about to go into it. But just do what he's doing. You saying he's spreading a negative message. No, you missing the point. But I'm not even.
What is the point, Eli? That's what I keep asking you.
What?
I'm saying, what is the point? What is the point that I'm missing?
Okay, you think he's spreading hate, whatever. You all about spreading love. Well, why don't you build a platform and debate them if you think that love is the answer? If you're not gonna do it, shut the fuck up. Well, that's the message.
I think that
not just to you, to everybody else. Kwame Brown, if you ain't about to go back to and put on some Hooper shorts and get drafted to the NBA #1 pick, and you feel like you can score 40 points a night and 13 rebounds, then do it. If you not, shut the fuck up.
Well, I think it's very.
Motherfucker ain't never even made it to manager at their job and talking shit.
I know.
You ain't even got promoted. You been making fucking $18 an hour the last 32 years. Shut the fuck up.
I can't even spread love with all this negativity.
Motherfuckers can't even get off the boot list. Shut the fuck up. Love. Motherfuckers can't even get.
Why are you so angry? Like,
commit to a diet long enough to get to their goal weight. Shut the fuck up.
If I was listening to this podcast right now, I would be like, they curse too much. I don't like this show. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now you're trying to deviate. You don't deflect, Dave. Shut up, man. Come on.
Why are you so angry?
I'm exposing you at one show at a time, man.
I need you to.
You're a character, bro.
I need you to drink on air no more. Okay, we don't have a.
You might need to pour you a bottle because that damn You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
Relax,
so what
brother.
did we learn here today, people?
That you just said shut the F up 19 times and then we just lost the viewer. Somebody was like, oh my God, no. And
Take
then
they soft ass out of here. This ain't for the faint of heart, baby. You know what I'm saying? We keep it 100 over here. If you want the real raw, watch Jays and Grays. We gonna tell her how a T.I. is. That's what my people used to say. We gonna tell her how it is. You know what I mean?
okay. All right. Now I'm not gonna disagree with you totally on everything. I'm saying that there are a lot of people who talk shit, just talk shit about comedians and stuff like that. But they don't want to put in the work. But I agree with that. But I don't want to keep going back to your boy. So
Somebody else, Dave. I just gave you people from two completely different industries. One from the sports industry, one from influencer, social media influencer. You could do whatever you can. I mean, go to a successful CEO or I mean, look at Larry Flint or the dude Hugh Hefner. People who was in the porn industry. Oh, that's sin. You know they got it. You know they got it, even though white supremacy is big, and it would have been worse for a black dude to start it, but it don't matter. They probably faced a lot of adversity and a lot of people talking down, and look what they did. Became millionaires, left a legacy, and now you got porn all over the place. And it's normalized now. But sometimes you gotta have trendsetters. You gotta have people who are pioneers, who start shit. And every pioneer is going to face some adversity all the time. I am one. I support entrepreneurs. I support people doing. I don't care how crazy it sounds. I'm down for that. I support it, regardless if I agree with it or not. As long as it ain't hurting people, and if it ain't doing nothing to hurt no kids, or if it's not demonizing, or if it's not spreading hate or whatever, or separating people, I'm all for it. And if I don't agree with it, if I don't care about it, I'm not about to talk about it. I got my own shit going on. So if we want to look at the primary message here, this is what I'm saying.
This is such a long rant right now.
Shit or get off the pot, basically. It don't matter. I got a lot to
you having a breakdown live on Facebook right now.
You can say what you want to, man. You can say what you want to. I'm telling the truth, and you know it. That's why you can't even refute half my points. You just keep deflecting.
No, I don't. It's interesting. You said if you don't agree with Kevin Samuels, it's like build your own platform. I mean, me and you disagree on many things. So maybe I'll just have a podcast called the Love Podcast where we just don't have any cursing and very aggressive.
Oh my gosh! Now you want to stop cussing too? Oh my gosh! Please come back to Chicago for like a week. My goodness, God damn!
I just got too much.
Oh my gosh!
Good vibes around me, my brother.
You drive a Prius now too, huh?
That was one of my dream cars, and a Subaru Outback as well. Like
how many snuggies you got laying around the house? Right. You got you one of them little bitch dogs too, them little Shih Tzus and stuff that you kiss in the mouth. Come on, man. Take that Chicago shit down and put up whatever. Just don't take that Chicago shit down.
Just let me give you a hug, brother. Just come here.
I'm perfectly fine. I got enough love for me. You need people like who gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm keeping it 100 with y'all because the world is vicious. So
you need to be somebody's security guard. Okay.
But I'm just trying to get people to just think on their own. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, it's never going away. So whatever I say, it's always gonna be trolls. That's what it's always gonna be, trolls.
I can agree with that. I can agree, and that could have been gotten to in a lot more calm way.
We had to show that you are a troll with your opinions.
I'm not a troll.
Okay.
I am a loving black man who
you can even listen to the point.
I am trying to just get your blood pressure down and your BPMs to decrease below 150.
Amazing. I had a great workout. You see, I have a pea protein, PEA protein. I feel good.
You definitely gotta say PEA because the first time you said it, I thought it was PEE.
At this point, I knew you was gonna try to throw some extra shit in. That's why I had to emphasize PEA.
Hey man, I just want you to love. That's it. And
I got love to give. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? I'm not in love. Love is in me. I got it to give.
Oh, I like that.
Everybody I talk to, friends, whoever, when we leave a conversation that's more than 10 minutes, I'm gonna leave you with something positive. I want everybody to win. But I think in order to win, you got to mind your business and stay focused and quit trying to talk down to everybody else because it's a waste of time and energy. Two things that you should be protecting.
Well, that's my point. Is for me, like outside of advertising stuff about my brand, I've kind of realized that everything else is kind of futile. Like in terms of your opinions, like people don't necessarily care to hear what I think about something. But if I have a product that they enjoy, that's different. So like this podcast, I can give you my opinions on life within the podcast. You can yell at people and curse at people on the podcast. Like whatever you want to do, we can do it, right? And I just feel like that's what I don't even watch people like Kevin saying. Like something might pop up and I'll see it, but I'm not actively looking for him. Like if it's not cool with me, I just don't mess with it. I don't look for it, whatever. And I'm not knocking him for his money he's getting. I'm just saying I don't rock with it. If you support him, cool.
That's fine. That's fine. But whether you agree with him or not, the fact remains that the man is a trailblazer right now. And what he's doing is spreading some message that a lot of people are listening to. And it ain't got to just be.
You can say the same thing about Adolf Hitler.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Like,
well, hey, guess what? Yeah, he did. He murdered people. He murdered innocent people.
I'm just saying, if
he had a whole genocide behind him.
You either spread love or hate.
But his legacy,
it might not be as hateful, but like.
But you know what, Dave? Even though his message is rooted in hate and evil, he didn't believe that. And Adolf Hitler was what? He died in the 50s. I want to say 40s or 50s. In the 40s.
So we think.
Dave, that was 80 years ago, right? And you still have Nazi groups, and you still got people who remember him. So what I'm saying is this man has left a legacy of hate, and maybe that's just what he was, that he left a legacy. People remember, people still talking about him 80 years later. And I'm not, bro, you missing the point. You missing the point. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what it is, to him and the people who follow him, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people who leave this earth who never made an impact. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's good or bad. So I mean, obviously, you and I choose. We want to leave a positive impact and a positive message.
Yeah, I think if you're not leaving a positive impact, what's the point of leaving an impact at all? That's my argument.
Well,
and you're saying an impact regardless is an impact, and I'm saying that
I'm not saying it's good or bad. I don't condone it, but the fact remains that they did it. So it's like this. Like, you know what? Say like you got a bunch of ambitious people to the left that say, you know what, we about fucking shit up, you know what I'm saying, and creating chaos. And then you got a whole bunch of people like, we're about spreading love and peace. But the people over on the left that's about spreading, you know what I'm saying, corruption and chaos, they ambitious, they consistent, they structured. And the people on this side is talkers and doers, but don't want to do shit and crybabies. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess who got more of an impact? So the thing is, again, it's like whether your message is good or bad, it's really all boiled down to consistency and ambition. Get it done. Take action. Because talking ain't about nothing. And if you taking action and you are on the up and up, like some of the people that we just mentioned, whether it be good or bad, then you start a platform and you go on the up and up and you spread a message of the opposite if that's what you really believe in, bro. That's the only thing I'm saying.
You sound insane right now. I just want you to understand.
Oh my God, man. Ain't no fucking reasoning with your goof ass, man. God damn.
I just disagree with you. Like,
you just made me take a drink. It's your fault.
That was a very nice thesis of some bullshit, but you like, whether you killing people, it's bad. You still doing something.
Man, James, I done asked you 3 times to say something, man. You ain't back me up for shit. You might agree with Dave.
I'm a casual observer of this, so
I'm just saying this, man. You can't assume that the people who want to spread love and positive things are not doing nothing, and the people who are organizing are the shit talkers and all that type of stuff.
I was using an example. I didn't say that's what was the case.
I'm just saying. But we disagree in terms of that all impact is good impact. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the bad shit, we don't need that. And that's why when you brought up Kevin Samuels, I was like, yeah, I can't really look at that as like an example of somebody who built up a platform. Because to me, it's a platform of bullshit. To me, right? So even though he's getting paid to do it, like whatever.
I disagree. But again, that wasn't even the topic at hand. I disagree with what you said, and that's fine. And we can agree to disagree, regardless of how much you and I maybe kind of butt heads on opinions on things. We can still have an adult conversation, and we can agree to disagree, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? So maybe inadvertently that we showing people, hey, we don't agree on a lot of shit, but we still damn near best friends. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to hate people in the comment like, yeah, your mama a bitch. Yeah, she ain't shit. Just because we don't agree on something, it is what it is. My life is not gonna stop because me and you don't think alike. You know what I'm saying? And all I'm saying, like, and the thing is like at the end of the day, if you feel this passionately about something, then show me. Because I bet you can't do it like me. And I think that's a perfect chance to stop right there. That's probably one of the best closing lines of our podcast in 22 episodes. Thank me later. I'll let you have the last word, Mr. Helen.
Thank you, Dr. Eli, on that dissertation, that closing sermon. He said, and I bet you can't do it like me. So that's how you end the podcast. With the last line is the title of your podcast. And I need y'all to subscribe and like the Jays and Grays page on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We out here, man. We out here. And we need you all to be tuning in so that me and Eli can keep having these topics.
And we got so many good topics to discuss. And we really want y'all to be a part of the conversation, man, because these are things that we need to have, so please like, subscribe, personally, follow our pages, Dave Hellum on all platforms, Eli Hamilton on all platforms. I do got a backup page. If it's me on the boat with my hands up, don't follow that page.
Just delete it.
That's when I was.
Why have you not deleted this page?
I don't know. Maybe I got an emotional attachment because I got 100 followers. When I reached that 100, baby, I'm like, man, it's so hard to let them go. It's so hard to let them go.
Why do you
follow the other page with me sitting in the car? You know what I'm saying? Do that one. That's the real. Just follow us and support us. That's all. God damn, can y'all do that, please?
All right. Join us on Instagram for the post show. We'll be live. Probably having the same debate about Kevin Samuels. I'm pretty sure.
I'm so tired of talking about this shit with you, man.
That's your role model. Like you probably got a poster of Kevin Samuels in your bedroom. Like you get on your knees and be like, "Dear Kevin Samuels,
oh my God,
please let these girls know that they ain't shit, please."
I hope Robbie jump on this one too, man.
All right, y'all. That's been another episode of Jays and Grays, titled "But You Can't Do It Like Me." Like Eda just told y'all, and we will see y'all next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Peace. Somebody send me $3.